All right, so congratulations, you've reached the end of this video course, and this is video number 9, and we're going to talk about services. So whether you're trying to sell, a local contractor service, or, a plumber, or even just a regular, consulting, or any type of service, doesn't matter what it is, these are possible and potential lead magnets that you can use. So as far as medium goes, it really doesn't matter. If you know that your audience likes video more, just go with video. If you know your audience likes written stuff, go with written stuff. So it really doesn't matter what you want to do. It just pertains to your audience. As long as you know your audience really well, that's what matters. So here's just a list of things that you can create as far as lead magnets go. You can have ways to pinpoint issues that the service resolves. So obviously you need to find a problem that the user faces, or why in the world would they want to use your service. So for example, a plumber, potential preventative type stuff. So maybe you find that the common thing with plumbing is that, people forget to do certain things that and as an end result create more problems for them in the future. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to build rapport, trying to build trust by giving them valuable tips to help them in the future. So if you give them preventative stuff and they actually apply it and actually saves them, they're going to think about you when that happens as well. So even though they might forget about you now, they're going to remember you in the future. So ways to pinpoint issues that the service resolves. Or like I talked about earlier in the previous video, was case studies. People want to know, is it actually going to work for me? And the way they know that is they tend to look at how other people react. So they would rather have other people test it out, try it out first, and then they see how they do. And so you might want to provide some previous customer experience case studies. How did your previous customers try your service? How did they think? How did they feel? How did that resolve their problems? You can also provide tips on doing it yourself, because what I found over the years is, yes, you do provide tips on doing it yourself, and you might be giving away some of your secrets, but that's okay, because most people at the end of the day will try to do it themselves, but then they realize that it's just easier to hire you to do it. So I'm one of those people. I'm a type of person who will try to do it myself, but then I'll realize, a week or a few weeks later, that it's just better to hire somebody who is an expert in that area. So providing that information doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is going to 100% of the time finish everything, all the secrets that you have given away. So some people might go out and do it themselves, and that's fine. But the majority of people will just appreciate the value and the things that you've given them to help them, because not a lot of your competitors are going to do that. All right. So not a lot of competitors give value or anything like that. So another thing you can do is create a report on tips to detect bad service providers or competitors in this case. So what can they do to know whether or not a plumber is cheating them or not? Or tips to detect good service providers. So you could put those two together, and tips to improving the service experience, and tips to tools used within the service. People love to know what kind of tools that you're using. So just providing that is value and definitely answers a lot of questions. So it depends on the service, of course. Only you are going to know how to apply this to your own business. But these are just some of the many of the examples of lead magnets that you can create for these different types of mediums. But like I said earlier, you can always go back to the other videos and watch them, even though they're not necessarily related to the medium of your front end offer. They give different examples and different variations and different concepts and methods and strategies that you can use in your own lead magnet. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to apply this to your own business. You can see how fast and easy it is to create lead magnets. So there you go.